Hey guys, welcome to Bastian time. This is This Week in Zelda News. I'm your host Bastian. To celebrate the Olympics, I was actually going to do a back handspring, just to show off that I can do a back handspring, but probably wouldn't be the best idea in this small space, so let's get to those top stories. So our first story is about this extraordinarily rare Zelda 1, The Legend of Zelda, the very first Zelda game prototype for the NES. This was up for auction on eBay, and it ended up selling for $55,000. That's a crazy dedicated Zelda fan. I don't even have $55 in savings, so I couldn't even imagine purchasing it, but yowza. Our next story is pretty awesome. There's a YouTube channel called Somewhat Awesome Films, and what they do is they seem to take various video games, and then they sort of do a short scenes within the context of that game. And unlike all other, YouTube video things out there about video games, it's not a parody. The point is not to poke fun at the game, but to truly represent what a film of that video game would be like in a very short format, like a few minutes at most. So this one is from Zelda, and I guess maybe it might be Ocarina of Time, but they don't specifically say that. It could be from pretty much any Zelda game, because all it does is involves Link on Epona and attacking the Poe. So, I guess it's not from Wind Waker. It basically totally captures that feeling of what it would feel like to be in this dark forest hunting down a Poe. So, really awesome, you should check it out. Our next story is about the Olympics. Basically, it's the fact that there was a Zelda Fan Gymnast who decided to do her whole floor exercise routine to a medley of what else but Zelda songs. So, really awesome performance. Unfortunately, she didn't win a medal for it, but I thought it was a really good job. Only a couple mess-ups. Definitely check the link down below for the video. Next up is a very humorous comic. It's by an artist called Omcat or something like that, and it brings a very good question to the front, which is, well, you'll just have to read the comic yourself, but it makes a very good point, I think. Our next story is about the Symphony of the Goddesses, and that's, of course, the Zelda Symphony that's been touring around North America for quite a while now. And in a recent interview with them, the interviewer asked, so are you guys going to release a CD of this performance? And what they said was kind of interesting. Basically, they said that Nintendo is not really a record company. They're just focused on games, so they're really hesitant to do anything outside of video games. So they're undecided at this point, Nintendo is. The actual producers of the Zelda Symphony would love to record and release a soundtrack of it, but Nintendo is a bit hesitant at this point to do so. But I think it's inevitable. Once the symphony sort of winds down, I'm pretty sure we'll get a DVD out of it. I can't imagine why they wouldn't. But they're unlikely to do that kind of thing while fans are still really excited to go and see it themselves. But it seems like a CD would be perfectly fine. We'll have to wait and see what Nintendo decides on that. Our next story is about a very interesting video about what would happen if you were to remove the Master Sword from the pedestal of time in real life. Again, it's a more serious take on Zelda, a really well-produced video. Definitely check this one out. And then our final story is something that a lot of people have been waiting quite a while for, and it's a brand new trailer from Zelda Motion. And then this specific project from Zelda Motion is the link to the past manga being turned into an anime. Or as some people have pointed out, it's not so much an anime, but sort of a motion graphic novel. But anyways, now it has voice acting, and you can watch this new trailer and hear what it sounds like with that voice acting. Some of the voices are a bit different than I would have expected, but it still sounds pretty good, so definitely give this a shot. I really hope that that this ends up being completed as a full series they're relying on us, the fans, to make that happen, and so they've started a Kickstarter for that. Definitely check the link down below and see how you can help contribute to that. So that's it for this week in Zelda news. Just like usual, a whole bunch of extra Zelda stories couldn't fit into this episode, so I'm saving those and combining them with a couple of Nintendo-specific news items for This Week in Nintendo News, and that will be this Sunday. So definitely subscribe so that way you'll know when those videos pop up. You'll notice that I'm no longer posting about these videos on Zelda Dungeon's front site. That's because it seemed a bit silly to have a video on that site that sort of summarized all of the news that was already on that site. So definitely go ahead and subscribe so that way you can keep on top of these videos, and I'll see you guys in a couple days for This Week in Zelda News, or This Week in Nintendo News, I mean. Bye!